안녕하세요. My name is Yoon Lee and I'm your special host for Clark in Focus. I have the opportunity to introduce our latest restaurant in Clark. Name is Hyang and I am the daughter of the owner of the restaurant. So we look forward to spending the next half an hour with you. 1, get the tour of the space. 2, to try some of our food. And 3, to get to know a little bit more about Korean food and why we started business in Clark. So let's get started. Please come on in. So we are very proud of the space and the ambience that we were able to create here. And we would like to thank team at SLCDC and especially Yoon Sung Kim, the architect, and who really looked after everything from constructions to the final touch in the space. So as you can see, our space is industrial, modern, clean, fresh, and the theme was very much blurring the line of inside out, outside in, so that it's really easy transitional space for you to come in. And some of our interior design is again minimalist, and it gives you a high contrast between the food and the table so that you can really see what's in front of you and focus on the food. So with that, why don't we see a little bit more of the space? So our restaurant can accommodate 200 people inside, and including the patio and the terrace outside, we can accommodate 250 people. So this is a restaurant as well as a cafe. So please come and sit on our patio to enjoy shakes, coffee, beer, anything that you fancy, and spend some time with us. Don't feel pressured to come here just as a restaurant, but this is a cafe. And as you can see, we are surrounded by beautiful trees, and it feels very much like a tree house. We are under the shade, and it's a really relaxing space for you to just spend hours, read a book, read your emails, do whatever makes you relaxed. So we are on our way to the second floor. So this is a feature wall that we have created using materials that's sourced locally. So all of this wood is weathered, and the color is fun, the lighting is fun. And I'm sure we can use this wall for you to take many selfies, for you to post on your social media, whether it's Facebook or on Instagram. But on Facebook, you can find us at suyang.restaurant. So people always ask us, why did you choose Clark and why a Korean restaurant? So my mother, Mrs. John, would like to tell her story, and I will do my best to translate what she means. 말해주세요.
네, 5년 전에 남편이 몸이 안 좋아서 콜락에 오게 됐어요. 근데 날씨도 좋고 공기도 좋아서 오랜 동안 살다 보니 너무 좋아서
So my mother is telling the story of how my parents' health wasn't always great, and they came to Clark to regain their health. And they spent hours every day going around the parade ground to just walk and walk to find their stability again. And when they were walking around the parade ground, they saw this space and they saw potential idea for building a new restaurant as well as a new life. But they weren't able to do this without a huge help and support from Clark CDC especially. So even in that short sentence that she said, I think she thanked CDC as to how they really supported her and us to be able to do this. And they're just grateful to be part of such a vibrant community where it's established cultural mix of people, Koreans, Chinese, Taiwanese, the local Filipino, as well as other Western people who come here to work. So again, they were so grateful to be part of this community where they feel accepted, and where they can complement each other to build a better environment and community, and to work with CDC to make it even better. So they're very thankful to be here, and they will do their best to meet the aspiration and the standard of CDC. So hopefully we can have a long-term good working relationship together. So welcome to our second floor. It's very much the same theme as downstairs, but there are a few things that's especially different for the second floor. So we have our private rooms upstairs, which is perfect for a birthday party, conference meeting, as well as a family reunion. So we have 4 different rooms at different sizes. So this is our biggest room, as well as 3 more different room sizes. So with the partition door, we can open it to make it a larger room. So Joma, please open the door. So as you can see, all of the partition door opens up to become a one large room. So this is the second room that you just saw. It's a smaller room, but again, we can make it bigger. A third room. And a fourth room. So there's no extra charge for you to use this space, but for you to guarantee your usage of a private space, I would recommend for you to make a reservation in advance. Again, there is no extra charge. We really care about you having a great time, whether it's a birthday or whether it's a work meeting or whether it's just simply a family dinner at the weekend. So people always ask too, why did you choose a Korean restaurant, right? So, and why a duck as a house specialty? So my parents used to have duck farm in Korea for many years. I think over 20 years. So they have huge knowledge and long-term expertise in what it means to breed duck, as well as to really find good quality duck. And my brother Chang-ho, he has a restaurant called Hyang in Korea. It's an hour and a half south of Seoul, and it's a Korean barbecue grill house. So in our vision, we wanted to combine our knowledge and expertise in the duck industry and our knowledge in how to provide great Korean food and service together to produce something that we are very confident and proud, and that we feel that we are the expert in knowing how to provide the best of the best. So that's why we chose duck as house specialty and Korean restaurant in Clark. This is our house specialty, clay pot duck. It takes an hour of preparation with 15 different types of ingredients, as you can see in front of you, and it requires 3 hours and 15 minutes of cooking time, which we will do the ceremony of cutting in a very short second. I wanted to give you a little bit more of a tour of what really goes in, so that we can really talk about how this is more of a medicine than just average food that you would consume. So inside the duck, the 15 ingredients is ginseng, as you can see, ginkgo, figs, dates, cinnamon bark, astragalus, different ways of eating almond, whole as well as chopped, pine nuts, walnuts, squash, deer horn, sunflower seed, pumpkin seed, rice, for it to absorb a little bit of the fat and it makes it a bit more substantial, and a little bit of magic sauce, which is our sweat and tears that we put in. So with that, I'd like to do the honor of cutting the duck. So we are going to cut the duck, and often I describe this as more of, it feels like a birthday cake to me, because whenever we cut it, it's the excitement that people look forward to and the reaction that you get. I hope it's a little bit of, wow, okay? So this duck's been prepared and cooked this morning, especially for our interview today. And then the moment that everyone is waiting for. Look at all of that steaming. Oh, there you go. Look at all these ingredients. So, as you can see, this is big enough for 4 people to eat as a main dish. But if you're eating for 6 to 8 people, this is enough for you to have a little bit of taste, and then you can get a lot of the banchan and other dishes for you to share. You've been to many restaurants, right? But we believe that we have a very clear vision of how we want to show up every day. So we believe in you put in what you get. And we believe that by putting in our sweat, heart, soul, and tears, it results in the greatness of our food, and the quality is guaranteed. And what I mean by that is even the ingredients that we choose, we try to choose the best and source the best from the local area. So my mom, Mrs. John, goes to Pampan Market pretty much every morning. So she will work with the market people to check the quality of ingredient that comes in every day. She will taste it first to make sure it's fresh. So that's how we start thinking about ingredients. You get what you put in, right? So we have to start with the best from the beginning in order to get the best. And then even in the kitchen, we don't use any shortcuts. As you know, Korean food is not very much processed at all. So we make everything from scratch. We make our own kimchi, and we had really great feedback so far that our kimchi is fabulous. And I think it's because of the ingredients and the method and how we really go beyond making the effort to really prepare properly. Everything that we do is for the customer to have a great time while they're here. We are not here to make revenue. We are here to really produce the best food, best environment, best ambience for you, the customer, to have a great time. So whenever we train our new staff, we always make sure customer is always right. Customer comes first. Whatever they need, we always do our best to serve them. So we just cut the duck. This is the house specialty clay pot duck, which takes an hour of preparation with 15 ingredients that we talked about very briefly, and then the actual cooked, roasted, oven roasted duck, which was in the oven for 3 hours and 15 minutes. So with that, the way we eat it, there's nothing special about it. You just dive in. Once you get the taste for it, you won't be shy about it, right? So the way I would plate it for everyone, so that's the right.